Welcome again, guys. My name is Daniel, and this is Next Tech. So, I want to welcome you to the Web Design Masterclass. This is another lesson in the Web Design course. So, have explained everything about hosting and domain, how to install WordPress, and how to install your themes and templates. I've explained everything about this. If you haven't watched it, you can go back to previous videos and see how we get here. So, we have installed the template, an e-commerce template for restaurants then which comes with all these pages. So I've showed us how to edit the template. Then I said in this lesson we will be building from scratch. So let's quickly create our page. Come up here to page it. Then we create a page. Let's call it um what should they call it? Practical. Let's just call it practical. So this place there is default template, there is canvas and there's full width. Canvas will make your page plain. It won't have a footer or a header. Then the full width, there will be footer and header there, which is normal. So let me first put the canvas so that you see what I'm trying to explain. Then I change later in the Elementor settings. So you publish your page. Then let's go back to our pages. Where is it? Practical. Okay, so this is it. Let me open it in a new tab. Just like I've said before, that I prefer opening it in a new tab so that I can come back here anytime and do whatever I want to do. So you click on edit with Elementor. You can see that here we cannot see edit with Elementor here because we have not edited it with Elementor before. Just like all this that it's Elementor page already. You can see this one have edit with Elementor, edit with Elementor. So since we open this one in Elementor now, we can see, let's refresh. So you can see edit with Elementor here now. So it's now an Elementor page. But like I said it's a canvas. So you see there's no header, there's no footer. Or else I come to the Elementor settings, which is the base settings. Just come down and change it to full width. So Elementor full width, change it to that. Then we have our footer and our header. Okay. So we are quickly let's what do we want to build from scratch? We will be building this home page from scratch. So let me open this home page in the new tab too. This is it here. Come here. Okay, let's wait for it. It's loading. So here we have our home page. Just I love using big canvas as a large canvas. Let me just drag this to the minimum. Yeah, so that we have a wide space here. Okay, so we are going to design this. We are going to redesign this from scratch. You know, it's a template. So we are going to redesign it. So this is what we call hero section. The header, and in this first thing here is what we usually call hero section. Hero section. So this on this website they used old Elementor version, which is column, but now there's no more column. We are now using container, although you can still use column if you wish, but container is better for responsiveness. What I mean by responsiveness is, I think I was saying that in our previous lesson. I mean the way your website can adapt to any screen, either mobile, tablet, desktop, laptop, or wherever. It will automatically adapt. So that's what I mean by responsiveness. Um, so quickly, let's view this. Let me see what they use here. Okay, you see, I cannot access this container, this column here because it's at the top of this header. So I have to use the structure. This is structure here. So the hero section is it. So they used fit to screen. In our container, there's no one fit to screen, so we just use, okay, let me just use it. So the user will select a container. You just need to click on this plus button, click on Flexbox. You are still coming to grid. Click on Flexbox, then choose either you want to use it horizontally, vertically, either column, double column, like uh, 40 by 60, 30, 30, 30, or then 33 equal 4. So this one like 20, 60, 20. So anyone you wish, anyone you want to do, just select. But sometimes what you need might not be here, so you just have to add containers and containers to get what you want, to get what you need. That's where container is very good. You can add container inside container and container inside container and container inside container to just achieve some things. So don't worry, we are going there. So this is the first container. Okay, you can see that the first container is now under this header. So we won't be able to edit it. Let me show the structure here too so you can see. So this is structure. This is the first container here. This is the structure here. So let's just make it small. I need my canvas. When I say canvas, this is what I mean by canvas. Where we are building our workspace. So um our first container is under the header, so let's just leave it there for now. We are going to do this, but to have space for what we want to do, I'll create another container under it. So this is another container. Now this is what we're working on. Let me change it to, let me change the, just double click on it, then you can rename it to whatever you want to rename it to. So I change it to hero because it's our hero section. Hero. So when you just activate or create a container, you will see the settings here. We have layout, style, and advanced. On the layout, you can do some basic and common settings. Style, you can style it under the style tab, and under advanced, you can do more settings there, more advanced settings. So let's quickly do some things here. Flex bus, yes. Box, we want it to be full with, yes. We want it to full the screen. You know, it's a hero section, not like, let me show this. So you can see that this one is full with, you cannot see anything here. But this one like this, and you can see there's space here and there's space there. So this one is boxed. This one is boxed. So we want it to be full width, not boxed. So you choose full width here. Then the width is 100%, of course. Then the height. I love putting it in VH, which means view height. I think view height. Yeah. So I just put it in 90, 90, 90. So this 90 now, let me see this. Let me put it in 80. Don't worry, I'm coming to explain the meaning of view H. View view height, which means VH. So let me put in 80. So it means that on any device, the view height will be 80% of the device screen. 80% of the device screen. Like from head to bottom of this screen now, of my main screen. Either my screen is smaller or bigger, any screen. It will take 80% of that screen. So that's just it. So now let's start designing our hero section. First of all, we are going to add this text here. Then it since this is a background, we can't click on it. So that means this image is the background image. So let's quickly add our background image here. We come to the style tab. We come to background here, classic. So we can add graded background. We can add video as a background. We can add slideshows, which is like photos that we slide in, different photos. But let's just use classic, which is one image. Scroll down to, okay, I think this is it. Log that. Okay, let me check what they use here. So come here. Let me see the name. Homemade taxi. Is it same thing? No. Let me search for it. It is it. Okay. So you can see, but it's not like this. It's not like this one that we are seeing here, right? So what are we going to do? We just come to position, put it in center. Let's put it in center first. You can put it in center left, center right, just whatever works for you. But center uh is the settings for what we want to achieve, which is this center. Then the repeat, put it in no repeat. You don't want the image to repeat itself. So display side, put it in cover. Yeah, check 'em. That's it. So we get this. Now what we're going to do next now is to add our container, add this thing. But you can see that this thing is inside, like it's inside a column here, which is container, which we call container now, but I call it column here. So you can do it in many ways. There are many ways you can do it. Even you can just, instead of adding one container like this, you can just add two containers at once, then change the background just like the way I did it. I put background, give it a background, give it a view height and whatever. So then I'll just put the text here and then do the settings to cover and no repeat and whatever like that. So you can see, although I'm not using the same image, but I did not want to do this, so I said we can put container inside container. So this is a container, part of the widget here. We can see container, we can see grid. We are still coming to grid. So let me just put this container here. This container is there. So can I reduce the width to make it small? You can see, even though I reduce the width, it's reduced into the middle. Okay, let me bring it to, you can see I'm trying to bring it to the side, like to the left side, but it's not coming. So let me just leave this one to the default. So inside this container, I will add another container again. Yeah. So is this container that I will now reduce to 50%. 50%. Yeah. So you can see. Then inside the main container, inside the first container, which is our hero container here, hmm, I'll just do some things like just to justify the contents, which is to put in center. So you can see it's in center. I can also put this one in center. So everything is in center now. Then now let's add our text. So we have an header here. So let's just drag an header text here. What is the text there? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Copy. Um, paste. So are you hungry? So let's style it. Text color. Let's give it. What's the text color? Okay, yeah, this is it. So text font. Which font did they use here? Come to style. Come to typography. Default. So I'm not sure I have this font on my PC. I do not have this font on my PC. Let me just use something close. There's something called bar script. Then change the weight to bold. So then I can reduce the size to maybe 35, or that's 45. So you can just come to the style and style it, do many things there. I can't be showing everything in this video. So you just have to come and navigate around, find your way around things, but just follow what I'm doing, and I'm sure you will be familiar and get things. So in a previous video, I said you can also copy text when we were editing this template in the previous lesson. I said we can also copy style, we can copy text, we can copy anything. So I can just copy this like this, copy, then come here. I can paste the style, paste style. You can see the font is not there, which is default. It's not there. So let me just paste the whole thing instead of pasting this style. Paste, then delete this first one. So you can see it here. We have it like that. So same thing here too. We can just come, copy. We are copying and pasting it because we have it there already, and I've showed you the idea of how to create it. If you want to create it, I'm sure you can create it now. You just need to come to heading, drag it here, drag it to the container you want to create wherever. Give it the name you want to give it. Then come to style. Either you want, okay, let me first change the color to white so that you can see it. So either you want to put it in the, let me cut some things out there. Okay. So either you want to put it in the middle, at the end, or whatever you want to do. Just edit it. Come to the font. Choose your font. Transform to uppercase, lowercase, capitalize, or style it to italic, underline, or whatever. So this is it. You can also change the weight to either more bold or more tiny or whatever thing you just want to do. You can do it there. So I think you get the idea now. Then how do we have the button? We also have a button here, which is go to menu. Just come here, search for button. You can search for it or scroll. So we are the button is there now. Yeah, so we have a button now. So what's on the button? Go to menu. Go to menu. So we rename it here. Go to menu. So we can just add the link here. Maybe we want to link it to maybe menu page. If there's menu page, it will pop up. Okay, there's our menu page. So I've linked it to that page like that. So when they click on it, it will go to the menu page. So our what's it called is done. Our hero section is done just like that. So I think I've explained the meaning of padding and margin. Padding and margin. Let's use this button for example. Okay, let me first explain. Padding is the space in an object is the space that God, how will I put it? Is the space in an object around an object and object. Don't worry, I will explain. And margin is the space around it which is outside of it. So let's use this button for example. Um, okay, so let me quickly just show you. Um, okay, so we have border radius. Border radius is how you want these edges to curve. So let me just give it 20 so that you can see. Let me give it 50 so you can see. So if I reduce this to 20, you can see 20. So that's just the mere border radius there. And when you click on this, it will unlink it. But when it's clicked, everything will work as in one. When you type on one, it will show on others too. But if you want to, maybe I want to give it top of 50, bottom of 20, separate margin. I'll just uncheck this link and give it uh, separate border radius. So something like that. So okay, let me just remove that and then give it the margin that I want to give it. Okay, so this padding now. Let me give you a padding of 50 and see what will happen. So you can see inside it there's space at the top, at the bottom of, and if I want to maybe I want to add to only the top, I'll just uncheck this and add to only the top or only the bottom of. whatever. I think you get the work of this one now. If it's click checked like this, you can add to everything at once, or you uncheck to add to each side differently. So that's just the work of adding is to add space to it inside of it. So and if you want space around it, you just come to margin. So let me give it 50 for margin. Then you see. So you can see there's 50 pixel here, 50 pixel, 50 pixel, and 50 pixel. So 50 pixel margin round of it. So let me delete it. That's just the difference between margin and margin. That is for that is all for all. So we can add padding inside our container, inside our whatever text container, anything. You can add padding and margin. Always it's always there. But I think it's okay like this. Let's see. So I'm not sure padding and margin is there. Okay, I think it's needed inside this container here because this one is not okay like this. So let me just add it inside this small container, which is a padding of maybe 25, 25. Yeah, okay, I'll give it a top of 55. The other to be 25. Only top will be 55. So it's coming down a little. I can also give it maybe 75 so that it will not go under this header. Okay. So I think that's all for the hero section. So let's move to the uh this list here. You can call it menu, you can call it whatever. So let's just move to it. They use column here. So let's see what we use here. So first of all, let's create. Okay, we can use a grid here. This is where grid shine. So we can use grid column here. So you can see grid. Then you just give it. Okay, how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can just give it. You can see columns should be eight columns. I want eight columns there. So you can see eight. Then if I want it to be double two, I can just give it two rows. So you can see two rows, but we need only one. So that's where grid shine. Then I'll just so this thing here I think they are image box. So let me just use one for example. Just come here, image box. So this is it. You put it here. So I will remove the description, then the heading. I'll just call it pizza. Then add image of whatever. So this is it. So let's go and style it and make it look like this. So image spacing, I don't want any spacing for the image. Yeah. Content spacing, I don't want any spacing. Okay, yeah, we will remove the content. It's only title that is there. So the image should be at the top or at the left or at the right. So of course at the top. So let's edit the image. The image width is 30%. Let's increase it to something like I think 70. Okay, I think 85 is good. Then the text, the title, the pizza is too big, so let's reduce it to like 20. Okay, is it the same there? Yeah, I think it's good like that. Should I move to 22? So you can see. So all I can do now, once you see that okay, it's perfect, it's okay for what you want, but you can still do some settings there if it's not okay. But I don't just want to waste much time here. Image spacing should be 0. Okay. So once you see that it's okay, you can just duplicate, then it will be spread into others. So you only change the image and the title. So you just change the image and the title. Alright. So since we have it here too, we can just copy. Let's first paste style. Let's see paste style. So it has given it that style. Paste style. So let's paste it here. So I can just duplicate, duplicate or paste anyone. You can do anyone. You can copy and paste or just duplicate. So we have eight here now. Two, four, six, eight. So we have eight here now. So just change the image and the text. So that's just it. So what is the difference between these columns and then grid? I said columns are the new container now. Is what we call container now. And I did not use container here. Meanwhile, they use columns here. So let me use container and see and show you something. I'll show you the difference. So now let me just use this four container. So let me just paste, 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 paste. Okay. So let's see the responsiveness. Let's go to desktop mode. Let's see how it will look on desktop. So the column now, the grid box, I want to change it to maybe 4 4 on since they are 8. I want it to be 4 4. So I'll just click the grid, then come down here to where I chose 8 before. I'll just change it to 4. So you can see automatically it drops to 4. And this one here now, okay. This, okay, this one here is 4 already. Should I sound change it to 2? I should leave it. Let's leave it and go to mobile mode. So okay, this one here now is 1 1 automatically. I want to change it to I can even change it to 3, I can change it to 4 here. But this one here now cannot I can't just add anything here. And also you can see that this place I can't just do anything. It's the same 4 that is still there. This container section. If I want to do anything, I will have to be clicking on the container one by one. Click on this container, then change the width to 50%. I'll first change this pixel to percentage. Then I'll change it to 50%. Then I'll click on this one again, change it to percentage, then change it to 50%. So you can see now that they are beside each other. If there's more space sometimes, it might not be beside each other. So you have to give that spacing, you have to minus that space from the container, which is like maybe I put 20 pixel space at the middle. That means I can just use like 40% so that it will stay beside each other. So I can also copy the container settings and just paste it on other containers. Paste style, paste style. So you can see I'll need to be using it one by one, and it's not even okay. Just use grid, which is just type what you want and then give it. It's the perfect guy for the job. So that's the difference. So that's how they did this one. So they'll be minusing, they'll be like reducing it on each, reducing the width on each what is it called? You can see 50 here, 50% here on each device screen. Um, what else? So let me delete this. Okay. So how do I also do my own grid? I love putting it inside content. I don't like using grid direct. Love first anytime I want to develop container to be the foundation because container is responsive. So I just create a container first, then come here and select grid and put the grid there and then start building on the grid. So I can also, okay, since it starts already, it doesn't want to enter the container. Let me drag it from here. So now it's inside the container. Now the drip is inside the container. So you can see the usefulness of this thing, of this structure. Sometimes you might not be able to select something here, you just have to come here and do it there. So we have this. So let's come here to the next one, which is this. So this one, I think, first of all, we have a background. Yeah, we have a background. Then we have this column here, another column here, another column here. Wow, interesting. So let's quickly see how we did it. Um, um, okay. Since I've been creating column, I did not put what's it called? Padding as in space at the top. So let me just do something. This middle column here, this which is the menu column or this column, I'll just click on it to edit the container. I call it column, sorry, I wanted to say container. So just click on it to edit container, come to advanced, then the margin, I will unlink it, then I'll put 70 at the top, then 70 at the bottom. So it won't be on each other like that. There will be space up there so you can see. So that's just it. I can also add it here too, and I can just add it to the bottom of this one. So, but this middle one is working for the top and the bottom already. So I don't need to add it here. So what are we doing here? I've created a container. Okay, let me use double container here. I think they use double here. So let me just use double container. So I've chosen the double container. So inside the double container we have this is not double container. There's one container before this double container, which is the background. You can see that there's a full width at the background. Then this container is now inside. So let's do that. So this is one container here. So let me just give it a height. Okay, I don't even need to give it an height. Once I add the container and add my content, it will automatically adjust. So let me just put the background. The background they use, I think this is it. Or do I need to search for the name? Okay, this is the background overlay. Okay, it's an overlay. So 4 minus 23. Okay, this is it already. 4 minus 23. 4 minus 23. Let's just see this one. Okay, it's an overlay. It's not direct background. So I'll do this background. I think their background is white. They use the color at the background. Then add an overlay. So let's put color on our background, which is color soft to background. Then the overlay. Yeah, so this is it. This is it. Let's go to layout. Let's give it full width. Yes, we want it to be full width. And we want a pattern around it. This pattern is at least this is 100 here and this like 70 at the bottom, 70 at the down, 100 left and right. Let's do that. A pattern, pattern of top should be 70, bottom should be 70, left and right is 100. Okay, so you can see that in the middle. Let me also center it. Let me just justify the content center, center. So everything will be at the center now. Now let me add this container. I'll first add one container. Yeah, one container first. So inside the container, I'll just make it row, row like this, so that everything will go like by the right, will go on a row instead of in a column. Okay, everything will go horizontally instead of vertically. Okay. So now let me add another container again. So this is one. So let me just duplicate it. Duplicate so you can see it's now on a horizontal line instead of vertical. So now we've achieved this container here. So this container here is two now. So this one, I'll put another container inside it. Then I will duplicate the container inside it. So now we are achieve it. Don't You'll be thinking that I said it's a row. Why is this one horizontal? Oh, I said it's horizontal. Why is this one vertical? This is what I changed to. Is this container that changed to vertical? This container here, this one inside is automatically uh container comes with vertical, not horizontal. So you can just change to horizontal. So I changed this one to horizontal, then I added this one which is vertical by default. So which carry this and then I duplicate this. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, you can just ask questions. Yeah, you are free to ask questions anywhere, anytime. So let's just start. There's too much space at the middle. I think they even reduce the background somehow. Yeah, they reduce the background. So let me just reduce it. It's too shine. Background overlay. Let me reduce the opacity. Where is it? Okay. So 0 point. Okay, 0.155 is good. Yeah, that one is good. So inside it there's too much space. So I just reduce. I just There's too much gaps you can see. There's 20% gaps on all the container inside it. So I just uncheck. I will lose the link. So that everything will be zero, which is for the container that's inside it. The container inside it, I will also uncheck it for it to be zero. Then the container inside it, also uncheck for it to be zero. The container here, also uncheck. Yeah, so you can see. Um, so now let's add a background, which is this yellow background. They use section here, inner section. What's the background name? Six. So just add it as a background. Okay, I think this is okay. So position to center. Repeat to no repeat. Okay, repeat to no repeat. Then cover. Okay. So I think you know how to add this text already. So I don't need to uh bother myself typing text again. Let me just copy and paste it. Paste. Hmm. So you can see something again that this thing is like there's two containers inside this container, which this one is on one container, then this one is just taking space so that this burger will show. So is it that we also create two container inside this, then put container inside our, automatically is. what did I call it? Is automatically is vertical, so I can just change it to horizontal. Sorry, just change it to horizontal. Then the container inside, when I duplicate it, it will be by each side like this. So I just put that uh, text here and leave this one. This is one way. The other way, I can just add one container, then add, there's something we call divider here. Is it divider or spacer? So a divider is different. Spacer, can see, they look almost the same. Where is the spacer? So the spacer we also be standing. So I can just delete this one. I can just delete one container, then increase the spacer, can see, to the taste, as in to my taste, to what I want it to, like the size that I want. So this 165. Then let me just add other text. Oh, God, I deleted that. Control Z to undo. Copy, paste, copy. So can you see that this pricing have more space around it? That means it seems they had uh padding around it. For it to stand out, there's padding around it. Then the button, paste. So you can see we have what we want. So okay, let me increase the space a little. Okay, this is 35. Okay, let me put it in 20. 30 is okay. But are you sure 20 is not good? Okay, it's looking good. This is not the image you position is not center. I think it's center left. So let me position the image again. Um, center left. Oh, sorry, center right. Yeah, I think it's this. Yeah, it's just half of it, not everything. So it's center right. Get it here. So let me increase this spacer again to 35. So around the container, you can see there's like a wait, I think this is it. So there is a border radius around it. If you check this way, you see there's a border radius of like maybe I think that's 10. So let me quickly add that too. The border radius of 10. Okay, 15. So the border radius is there now. Okay, enjoy. still going to add this. Okay, let's see this. So you just have to design it, see, you get what you want. So this is it, we are there already. We are there already. So I'm just going to use this design for these two container here too. Just watch what I'm going to do. Just copy, then paste it inside. Paste it there. I'm not pasting, I'm pasting the whole design. So check out. I'll just change the background of this now to okay this green one. This change this. Then text, text, this text from there. Okay, paste and then copy and paste. So let me copy this. Okay, let me first check if it's okay. Yeah, so we need to adjust this space size. Okay, 320 good. Okay, that's good. What about the chicken? Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, then use for the one, copy and paste here. Then I'll just change the background to this. Okay, one to that. Then same text. So we get it. So can you see? Just like that. But it's not the same size like this. Okay, this one is kind of taller. So you can see that something is off, right? I think the padding that I had there is too much. So let me just reduce it from is it not here? Okay. Let me reduce it. Okay, let me first publish this, then refresh and see this. So let's see where the issue is coming from. Why is it not? are fitting. Okay, I think I see it. There's no there's no spacing here. Like there's no more padding inside of it. So let's just remove the padding of inside this container too. No padding, no padding. Yeah. So let me remove this too. And then minus and then that too. Right. This one too. Yeah. So with this, let me give it a gap of 20. So then a gap of 20. Okay, no more than 20 here, I think. Maybe 25. Then for the whole container too, let me give it 20. Okay. Yeah. It do like this. But there's still some spacing around here. Let me move the container. Let me remove the padding. Yeah, I think that's the whole container. So you can see that with this thing is just something that you need to be uh you need logical reasoning. You need logical reasoning. So this is just it. So everything the difference there is just that the pattern is added. So I think with this now you get the idea of how to do things, how to add for container inside container, how to add the text, how to add the pictures, background images and whatever. So that's just it. With that you should be able to do others like this. This one is image. This one is image and this is text. You just create a double container. You just create a double container, then come to widget, drag your image widget, put it here, drag your text widget, put it here. Don't forget that this is for header. When you want to add text description, there's text widget which is the text editor. So it's a text editor. So select your image, tomato I think, then your text to add your text and your button. So it's just as simple as that. You can change the color of your button, you can add padding, border radius and whatever. So you get the idea now. Then after that you come to your tablet mode, you set your responsiveness. Let's set your responsiveness for this. on tablet mode. So all of them are on each column here. So all you have to do is just to come to their container. This is not their container. The container must have a background. So that means I'll need to select it from here. It. Okay. So I just change it to I just change the width to 100%. Change to percentage first. Then change it to 100. Okay. This their mother container is in row. I just change it to this. Yeah. Remove it in row and change it to vertical. Remove it in horizontal and change it to vertical. Then you can add a gap. Let me put 20. So this is 20. And that's all. That's just everything about it. So if you did not understand anything, if you are confused somewhere, you can ask questions, comment your question, or ask in the community. That's why there's a community, that's why there's a group. You can ask, others will answer you, and I myself can also answer you. So try to complete the project, try to build the remaining, and see uh, what you can do. This one we call them counters. Counters. It's also there in the widget. You just go to the widget and search for counters, countdown, countdown. So I think I've explained what okay, let me just use counter first. Let me not confuse you. So you can see the way it's counting. But do I have to create a new what is it called, a new column or a new container? Then I just I just create it like the what is it? Let me create it in this middle. I just create it in a grid form. Let me use three grid, then put it there. So I just duplicate it. Then you set it to whatever number you want to put it, whatever text you want to put and that. So if you have any question you can ask. There's something we call add-on add-on for elements. I think I explained it last in the previous lesson. If I did not, there's something we call previous add-on. Let me just quickly cover that now. You know, this one here now, it has the basic features and their pro features which you have to pay for. In case you don't want to pay for this, although there's a I have the pro version if you want that you can ask. But in case you don't want to pay for this, there's something we call add-on, which is also like Elementor but from different developer. So they'll give you some features that are paid here, that are locked here. They'll give you. So there are many add-ons. There are over 100 elements of add-ons. We have elements kits, we have elements diamond, element whatever. So here now install elements kits to get some features, some advanced features or some features that I cannot get here for free because I don't install the pro here. Since it's just a tutorial website, I don't bother to install the pro. Although they also have their own pro too, but they'll give you access to some Elementor Pro features. So that's the meaning of Elementor add-on. So once you are done, once you check your responsiveness, see that everything is good. Okay, how do you add? You can just come to this container menu, the main container, come to advanced. Let me quickly show you this layers. Come to motion effects, then entrance animation, change it to either um, don't use kind of um, animation that make it look worse. Just make it slide up. You can see. So you can say this one to slide right. I tell you to slide right, slide left. Do whatever you want to do. Um, okay. This motion effect under advanced settings. motion effect. So can tell you to zoom in so you can see that. So whenever I load this page, let me preview it so you see. So slide up. So this one to zoom in and everything just animates the way I set it. If I want this one to come from left, this one will come from right, so they meet in the middle. This one will come from slide down or slide bottom or wherever. So there are many things you can do here. I think I'm able to show with all what I've shown you, you'll be able to design any type of website. It's your own, just explore. And there's even free mentorship which you can just comment, ask your questions, and people are ready to help you in the group. Alright, that's all. Try your practical. If you have anything, don't hesitate to reach out, and I wish you best of luck. So in our next, we installed an e-commerce team. So in our next lesson, we'll be maybe about e-commerce features, how to integrate e-commerce features like shop, payment method, and all that. So I think there should be a shop here. Okay, that will be the menu. Let me see. Okay, so you can see menu, so you can order now. So just look into the e-commerce solution. Bye for now and have a good day. Thank you.